Alright everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot, and I'm here today to tell you guys the good news, I guess, that I actually sat down one night. It took me like all night. I caught up on the 20 episodes that I hadn't seen or so of Dragon Ball Super. I'm officially all caught up on Dragon Ball Super as of right now. I am typically streaming when Dragon Ball Super comes out, so I'll probably start watching the episodes the day after they come out as soon as they're subtitled and whatnot from here on out. So I'm not going to be live tweeting it. I don't like the idea of live tweeting Dragon Ball Super because there's a lot of people out there who want to wait for the English version to come out, or at least want to wait to have subtitles before they watch it. So the whole live tweeting Dragon Ball Super thing really spoils it for anybody else, and it makes a lot of people upset, so I am not going to choose to watch Dragon Ball Super live or live tweet about it as I watch it. But I figured in sort of a celebration, I guess, or something along those lines, I would do a big Ask Thunder. I did an Ask Thunder on my Twitter page. The link to that is in the description down below if you want to follow me. But I did a big Ask Thunder, and I asked people to go ahead and give me their questions that they had for me on Dragon Ball Super. My thoughts, what's going to happen in the future, etc. Just any questions that they had for me about what I think of Dragon Ball Super. But yeah, people sent them in to me using the hashtag AskThunder, and now I'm going to go ahead and read them off for you guys and then give you guys my answers on some of the questions. So to everybody who asked questions, thank you, and then I hope you guys enjoy kind of my input. You're going to hear a lot of my input on what I think of Dragon Ball Super so far right here. All right, so the first question comes from Thunderfab, says, what do you think the next Dragon Ball Super episode will be? Or what do you think the next step in Dragon Ball Super is? I'm assuming they're going to jump almost directly into the World Tournament arc. And obviously this video is going to have spoilers in it, BT dubs. I feel like that should have gone on that thing. But I feel like the next step is to go into the universe, the every universe World Tournament arc. I call it World Tournament still because they're going by World Tournament rules, or at least they did for the Universe 6 World Tournament, Universe Tournament. You guys know what I mean. But I'm calling it the Universe World Tournament as of right now. They either go directly into that or they do some kind of baby arc just before that. Because knowing Toriyama, he doesn't like put things off and extend them and stuff like that. The most similar scenario I can think of is when Cell's World Tournament was announced, and then they had the episodes of the 10 Days of Peace in between there. So I'm assuming there's either going to be some kind of baby arc where a little thing happens, maybe Goku goes off to try to fight Hit again or something, but if that's not the case, then it's just going to be directly into the World War Tournament arc. There might be like a baby, I don't want to call it filler because it'll probably be in the manga, but it would be like a baby filler just to fill the gap between one World Tournament, or the first Universe 6 tournament, and then the All Universes tournament that is bound to happen eventually. So that's what I'm guessing. They're probably going to go straight into that. Next question comes from Kingdom. He says, do you think they should make a Dragon Ball series for an older audience? I don't think it would sell, and I think Dragon Ball Super is pushing the envelope to an extent anyway. There's still blood, a little bit, not a whole lot. Like it's not gory. It's not as bloody as Dragon Ball Z was, but I don't know. They talk about titties and Roshi's an old pervert and stuff like that. So they're kind of not really, but sort of pushing the boundaries for what is adult and kid-oriented anyway. Not really for Japan, but kind of for over here. It'll probably get censored over here. But I don't think a Dragon Ball Z series for adults would sell. I can say if it happened, I would like to watch it, but I don't think it would sell. I don't think it would make the big bucks, and I doubt it would happen. Nick Peacock says, if you're fully caught up, what did you think about the end of the Universe Tournament? I thought the Universe Tournament was good. It was solid. It was solid all the way around. Goku's Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken transformation was sweet. A lot of the stuff involving the Universe Tournament, people are going to ask questions on later, so I don't want to get into too much detail about certain stuff. I kind of wish Majin Buu would have fought. Even if he didn't end up doing much, I wish Majin Buu would have fought. It was cool to see Piccolo fight Frost for a little bit, but I mean, you know, there was a lot of, it was a good arc. I mean, it was the best arc of Dragon Ball Super so far. I think we can safely say, even if you've seen Battle of Gods or the Resurrection F movie, I think the Universe 6 actual tournament arc is the best one that we've gotten. And the Super Dragon, my God, that thing was huge. His size changed a lot. The Super Dragon was all over the place. But yeah, I don't know. It was good. It was solid. I'm going to go into more detail on some of these other questions, so I don't want to elaborate too much here. But thank you, Nick Peacock, for the question. Chase Jordan says, how long would you want to see this series go on for? As long as they can keep it good. It's hard to get bigger than they have, though, you know what I mean? Like, first we thought, I mean, you know, we ended DBZ and we're like, okay, this is pretty huge. Like DBZ could keep going, but it's pretty big. And then they start Dragon Ball Super and they introduce the idea of universes. And then first they take on the mirrored version, like the mere entire universe. Those were the best fighters in the universe in Universe 6. And now they're going to open it up to the other 10 universes, I think. Are there 12 total? Or something? No. 13 total? No. 12 total. There's 12 total. So there's 10 other universes we get to explore, but once the big universe tournament happens and we've taken on all the best fighters from all the universes, you know what I mean? There's gonna be nothing left after that, you know what I mean? Like if there's a giant tournament with all the best fighters in the history of existence, essentially, that all happen in one giant tournament, there are no better fighters once that's over. You know what I mean? Maybe the gods of destruction, maybe the all god, but then after that, you're running out of, like, you're hitting a ceiling that is legitimately impossible to go past unless Toriyama writes some real shit. You know what I mean? So I would like to go see on, like to see it go on for as long as it can and as long as it's good. But I doubt you can't get much higher than that. You're hitting a cap at some point, you know. So I can't see it going on for too much longer, I guess, unless they find a way to ride around it, which I wouldn't say is impossible. But I'm going to be skipping troll questions and repeat questions here. So, like, we have a question from Mini Senju, says, what do you want to see from Dragon Ball Super next? I answered that one already. Or no, that question was from Miguel. We have a question from Miguel Mata that says, what do you want to see next? I answered that question already. We have a question from Mini that says, does he eat ass? That's nothing to do with Dragon Ball Super. Spandau says, Omni King Zeno versus SSB Kaioken Gogito, and Vegeta fused. Yeah, fuck off with that question. What the hell's wrong with you? Dark Cloud says, do you think we'll see a fusion of Super Saiyan Blue? I wouldn't rule it out as impossible. With Akira Toriyama bringing back, first of all, he brought up the fact that you can defuse people who were fused with the Patara earring. So that he acknowledged that fusion existed, and then he also said that he knows how to defuse people with the Patara earring fusion. So we know that he acknowledged that that's still a thing, and then on top of that, we know that he's pulling back old techniques. For example, adding the Kaioken, which hasn't been seen since, the Frieza arc, even since Super Saiyan came around. Kaioken's been non-existent. He brought that back in and put it with Super Saiyan Blue. We know he's drawing from old techniques. Fusion could be one of those, and we know that he's acknowledged that fusion still exists because Supreme Kai and what's-his-face split apart, so they were no longer Obito Kai or whatever the fuck his name was. So it's a possibility. I wouldn't rule it out. I don't know if I would rather see it or not. Depends on the situation it's in. With the Kaioken and the Super Saiyan Blue, I would almost think at this point, if Goku and Vegeta were to fuse, they would have to at least be stronger than Beerus. I think that would be kind of cool to watch. The idea is fun to play around with, but there's no guarantees just yet. And he might not do it because Goku and Vegeta are still very, very individual people. And unless it absolutely came down to it, they would do everything they could to try to beat the person on their own and without fusing. Because it's the Saiyan pride that they got going on. So it would take extreme circumstances is what I'm trying to look for. In order for them to fuse together. But good question. And that question was asked by Deadhound5. Ignore me, I'm retarded. That question was asked by 777 Dark Cloud. Deadhound5 says, do you think that when the others get back to Earth, Gohan will start training again? And I got a couple Gohan questions about this one. I would like to see him start training again. They've teased the idea of him training a couple times. He actually was training with Piccolo. He wanted to go to the big tournament, which he would have passed the test and got to fight since Majin Buu couldn't, but he wanted to go to the big tournament. But there was an important meeting on that day, and it kept him from doing that. So his studies are still really important to him, but at least in the anime, he realized that keeping his family protected was also really important, and he needed to start training again. I don't know if Akira Toriyama pulled the trigger on it. I'm kind of convinced Akira Toriyama thinks that Gohan really likes his studies and is just going to keep doing that, especially as long as Goku's around. We'll have to see how it goes. I would love to see Gohan get back in action, but I don't think it's going to happen as of right now. Larry Pond says, who's your favorite fighter from Universe 6? Manaka was good. I liked Manaka. We don't know, man. Manaka could be the real One Punch Man because we didn't get to see him fight. Like, Beerus says he's an amateur, but Beerus might not really know, you know? I really like Frost, though. He wound up being a little bitch because at first it was just like he was just Frieza, but he looked cooler. And then by the time you get to the end of him, but by the time he got to his final form and he came out that he did use the poison, which was kind of neat, I guess. By the time that all that came out and got laid out on the line, you realize that Frost was actually really, really weak. Like, I like that Akira Toriyama kept it to where Frost was probably as strong as, if not maybe a little bit stronger than Frieza was in the Frieza saga. Super Saiyan Goku was taking Frost really easy, and granted, Goku, even in Super Saiyan form, should be immensely more powerful than he was during the Frieza saga, but Goku was taking him with ease, Piccolo was taking him with ease, Vegeta One Punch knocked him out with ease. Frost was not a very strong guy, even in this final form, and I like that Akira Toriyama kind of acknowledged that, yeah, he's of the Frieza race, and he hasn't figured out his golden form yet, or whatever, so he is going to be a very, very lowly, Frieza saga level. I like that he kind of kept the power scaling intact with that. But Frost's design was really badass. I don't really have a favorite fighter. from the arc. Or from Universe 6 even. I guess no. I guess the question was about Universe 6, so Monaco's not an option. Yeah, I guess Frost then. I'll go with Frost. There were a lot of cool Universe 6 fighters. The robot guy was kind of neat, but for the most part, they were all kind of useless except for Frost was kind of cool but really weak. Kaba has a lot of potential, and then Hit was the main boss. Hit was the main fighter from Universe 6, you know. Phoenix Stalker says, do you think Gohan will regain relevance in Super on a big scale like a new Mystic form? I don't think he'll get a new Mystic form. It would be really cool to see him and or Gotenks get trained to Super Saiyan Blue. Him or the kids, even the kids. Goten and Trunks growing up a little bit and getting trained would be really badass too. Having the potential, like imagine little Goten and Trunks being Super Saiyan Blue, you know. But I kind of answered the Gohan question before. But thank you for the question, Phoenix Stalker or Phoenix Star Killer, excuse me. Read it as Stalker, it's Star Killer. Daniel J says, what do you want to see from Gohan? Again, that question's been answered. Nightwing Shadow says, how do you feel about Vegeta kicking ass in the tournament? I thought Vegeta kicking ass was really cool. It was really well done. Vegeta had a lot of really cool moments, but him and Goku both screwed up by not going. They didn't go all out. They didn't go Super Saiyan Blue, and that cost both of them a fight at least once, or almost cost Vegeta. It almost cost Vegeta the fight with the robot guy. Goku got taken down by Frost's poison dart because he wouldn't just go all out and take him out in one hit like he totally could have. But no, Vegeta looked badass, and it was cool. But then when the hit fight started, we all got reminded again, Vegeta is essentially always at least one step behind Goku. But Vegeta got to look really good, and I'm glad they got to show him off. I'm glad, see, there's a difference between, like, a lot of people didn't like GT. Obviously, there's several reasons to not like GT, but a main reason to not like GT is that Goku was the only guy who could do everything. So at least in the Universe 6 arc, we got to see Goku. We got to see Vegeta show off, which is really nice that they're training together, that there's at least somebody else other than just Goku was the main focus. And then they even brought Piccolo back, and bringing Piccolo back was pretty cool too. And hopefully they'll be integrating more characters to do stuff in the future, whether it be the kids, whether Gohan gets back in action. I like seeing Piccolo. Maybe we'll get to see Majin Buu do something. I don't know. It's just nice. It's nice that they're integrating more people than just Goku. So I am glad to see Vegeta do his thing. That last question was by Darkest Night, that last question was by Nightwing Shadow. The next two questions are from Darkest Night 75. He says, did you read the manga? No, I haven't. That's the next thing I'm going to do is read the manga. He says, I like the anime better, though they're not too different. If they're really similar, I'm going to get the manga just to see if there's any actual differences. I can read the manga really quickly because one chapter comes out a month and it's covered a lot of this, so it shouldn't be too difficult to catch up on, but no, I haven't read the manga. He said, did you like the Golden Frieza arc? I think Dragon Ball Super would have been better off without it. Upon Toasty's recommendation, I skipped the Golden Frieza arc. I watched the Battle of Gods arc when it first came out, but then when Dragon Ball Super got to the Golden Frieza arc, I didn't watch it because I hadn't seen the movie yet. I hadn't seen Resurrection F. I saw Resurrection F, but I heard that the animation and a lot of the episodes were kind of fillery and or bad, and the animation wasn't good. I just heard that the Golden Frieza arc wasn't super worth it, so I skipped to the end of the Golden Frieza arc. I saw Frieza's transformation, and I saw the first time we see Champa, and then I went to the end of the arc, and then I watched from there. So I didn't see the arc on anime. I heard it's not that great, but I can't form any opinions because I haven't seen it yet. Drake Azora says, do you want to see other universes and their gods too, or do you want the show to focus more on Universe 6 and 7? I think it needs to focus on all of them because we've seen the best of Universe 6. We've seen everything Universe 6 has to offer. They wished Earth back on Universe 6, but I doubt there's going to be any Saiyans on there, so the Earthlings are going to be weak-ass Earthlings who aren't going to matter. I'm pretty sure that wish to bring Planet Earth back for Universe 6 was just so Champa could get food, and it's not going to have any other significance than that, unless maybe it's got Dragon Balls on it, but even then those aren't going to matter because the Super Dragon Balls are what's popping right now. And then we've seen all the strongest fighters Universe 6 has. Outside of Hit and maybe Kaba and his potential, nobody's gonna, you know what I mean? There's no point in anything, because Frost could maybe gain a golden form. That would be kind of cool. And Kaba has potential since he's a Saiyan, and Hit's the ultimate, you know what I mean? Like the super OP guy right now. And other than those three, not even really counting Frost that much because he might not even get a golden form for all we know. Other than Kaba and Hit, I don't think Universe 6 is going to matter much. So I definitely am looking forward to see what the other 10 universes have to offer. What was your reaction to Goku using Kaioken times 10 in Super Saiyan God? FYI, Super Saiyan God is blue to me. Well, no, he had some weird fucking rules for how he abbreviated stuff. Anyways, his question was, what is your reaction to Goku using Kaioken times 10 in Super Saiyan Blue? And that was from DBG. Is who asked the question. I thought it was cool, but I knew it was coming because, again, Twitter spoilers. Remember when I talked about that earlier? There was a lot of stuff I knew was going to happen before it happened just because I happened to open my Twitter at the wrong time. Like Saturday nights when Super's airing without subtitles, I happened to open my Twitter one night. I saw Kappa was going to go Super Saiyan, so that wasn't a shock to me. I saw Goku's Kaioken times 10 Super Saiyan Blue form, so that wasn't a shock to me. You know what I mean? And this is what I meant about Dragon Ball Super spoilers kind of ruining stuff for everybody else, especially on Twitter with people live tweeting while other people are trying to wait for subtitles or for the English version to come out. Those things both ruined it for me. I didn't have a whole lot of hype just because I knew it was going to happen. That being said, the form happening and Goku actually being able to fight Hit and being able to be fast enough to counter a time skip, which I'm still not 100% sure how that works, by the way, was really cool. The transformation itself was really cool. I'm glad he pulled it off, but I knew it was coming, so because of Twitter spoilers, a lot of the wind was taken out of my sails on that one. Who is my favorite character? Right now, Jaco. I really like Jaco. I prefer his English dub voice a bit. I don't know if I got any voice acting questions. I really like Vados' voice, though. I really, really like Vados' voice. The voice acting for Vados. But as far as favorite characters go, I mean, there's really not a whole lot to like outside of Goku, or if you like one of the new villains. Cabba's got potential. Like, I don't have, like, a favorite right now, you know what I mean? Because, like, I guess, I don't know, Goku and Vegeta are the main guys, and you're supposed to like them, and then Hit's the new OP boss, but I'll talk about Hit later, probably, but he's so OP, it's like, I don't know, I don't even care for Hit. Cabba's got potential, but he's kind of a skinny nerd. Frost was cool, but he's super weak. I don't have a favorite, but I'm hoping that gets sorted out soon. I hope that there's some new characters that show up soon. As of right now, I like Manaka's dank nipples. That's what I'm going with. That question was from Shadow Shock, by the way. RJ says, what do you think of Super right now? I think it's fine. He also says, do you think the Resurrection F and Battle of Gods arc were told better in the movies or in Dragon Ball Super? I prefer the movies for both of them. I didn't see Resurrection F in the anime, but I prefer the movies a lot. I don't think there was nothing too vastly different. It's worth it watching if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Super yet, and you're watching the spoilery video. I don't know, the people I would tell who haven't seen Dragon Ball Super yet, I would tell you to watch Battle of Gods, the movie. I would tell you to go to Super and rewatch the fight scenes from Battle of Gods, because those are definitely worth it in the anime. Then I would tell you to go watch Resurrection F, and I can't recommend the anime because everyone I've talked to says the anime portion of Dragon Ball Super there kind of sucked. But the actual movie itself, Resurrection F, was pretty solid, all things considered. So I would tell them to watch the movie for Resurrection F and then pick up on Super where Resurrection F ends. But the only part of Super you really need to see, or it's worth it to see, is the fight scenes, because the fight scenes between Goku and Beerus goes differently, and it's really badass. Tendo Leo asks, what are the odds of the GT universe being one of the 12 universes for the 12 universe tourney? Universe 6, Earth, Goku, Super Saiyan 4. Absolutely not, Tendo Leo. Hold on, let me take a drink of water for that one real quick. He's essentially asking, is GT possible? And to that I'm going to say no. Even with Earth being brought back, Earth was destroyed so far in the past. Their planet, Saldo, whatever the fuck the planet was, never got blown up, so they never went to Planet Vegeta. So people from Planet Vegeta, so Goku never got ejected from Planet Vegeta to go to Planet Earth. They're not identical universes. So GT, even if Earth comes back, I don't think Universe 6 Earth is going to pay any significance at all. I still don't. So as far as Universe 6 is concerned, Cabba's the best Saiyan, and he's the one that they brought, and that's it. That's it as far as the Saiyans go. So GT's not a possibility in Universe 6. And all of the other universes, this is the cool part, are going to be completely different universes. Universe 6 was like Universe 7 because they're mirror, but all the other universes are going to be completely different. And I hope that means that they're so different that humans and Saiyans like don't even exist in the other universes, because they're so vastly different, so vastly insane from all the other universes. GT's not even going to be a possibility because Saiyans aren't going to be around in the other universes. Humans aren't going to be around in the other universes. Earth, anything like that. So no, I don't see GT as a possibility. It's some cool fan fiction-y stuff, but it's nothing that I see actually happening. Kazooie Banjo Tooie says, if you could have any character from Hunter x Hunter be in Dragon Ball Super, which is a very out there question, who would it be and whose side would they be on? Well, there's not really sides anymore. I guess it could be like, what universe would they file into? Either the king, either Miriam from Hunter x Hunter, the ultimate, like the evil king from the Chimera Ant arc, because he actually looks like a Dragon Ball Z villain. Like, you could take him out and he could have been one of Universe's 6 fighters, and if nobody would have questioned it, everyone would be like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. Like, Miriam from Hunter x Hunter is a Universe 6 fighter. That goes in so well right there, of course, because he could actually fit in as just one of those weird villain looking guys, because he's almost like a Frieza Cell hybrid dude with a helmet on. You see him, he looks like a DBZ villain, so he falls right under that one. Either him or Netero, the old guy. And he would just chill with Roshi and watch porn and then beat the shit out of people when the time came for it. But Netero actually has abilities and stuff, so it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Silva would also work. Killua's dad, Silva, that dude pretty much threw 2 fucking spirit bombs in the fight with Carollo. 2 Nen spirit bombs. So Killua's dad would also fit. So any one of those 3. And if it was Miriam, he would probably be like Universe 6. He would be one of the weird like Universe 6 fighters or just another Universe 7 fighter that they never bumped into, and then Netero and Silva would just be from Earth or some shit like that. But yeah, that's the interesting question there. Joseph says, what do you think is the next direction for Gohan? We've been over that. Austin Cooper says, since Manaka is a fraud, does that mean the strongest person Beerus ever fought is still out there? That's kind of a tight, like, weird line to walk. I think the answer is no. I don't think Beerus has fought anybody stronger than Goku outside of Whis, because it's mentioned in the movie, but I'm not sure it's mentioned in the manga or the anime Dragon Ball Super, but it's mentioned in the movie Battle of Gods that Whis is stronger than Beerus, but that point is never brought up in the actual anime or manga. I'm fairly certain, I might be incorrect on that one. It's never brought up that Whis is stronger than Beerus, though Whis and Vados can tell Beerus and Champa to do whatever they want to do. So it's walking. It's a weird line on that one. For now, I'm still going to assume Whis is stronger than Beerus, and if that's true, then the line Beerus said in the movie that there was one other person stronger than Goku that Beerus had fought, and it was Whis. Like, I don't know. That's pretty much what I'm sticking with. I think Goku is the strongest person Beerus has fought besides Whis. I don't think, or at least in Universe 7, I think Goku's the strongest person, but it's hard to say. It's kind of it's a weird question. It's a weird line with how the movie and anime kind of did stuff different, but no, because if there was anybody stronger than Goku in Universe 7, Beerus would have brought them. Beerus would have actually brought them. He said he would have wanted a trump card having somebody even stronger than Goku. Beerus would have wanted them at the fight to get the Super Dragon Balls and to show off in front of Champa. Beerus would have brought them there. So no, there's nobody in Universe 7 still stronger than Beerus. Mario Fanboy 15 says, do you think we'll ever see characters like Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha do something cool again in the series? Do something cool, maybe. Be relevant and actually kind of strong? Probably not. In the Resurrection F movie, they showed up and they were fighting bad guys. They were keeping off the grunts, essentially, and I don't think they're ever going to be more than that, because with how much stronger Vegeta and Goku have gotten, you could get Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha to go train with Whis for like a year, and they still wouldn't be caught up to Goku and Vegeta due to transformations. You know what I mean? Super Saiyan Blue, and now the added Kaioken benefit on top of that are always going to be in front of whatever Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien can get a hold of. You know what I mean? There's nothing that they can do to make themselves strong enough to actually matter anymore. So unfortunately, as much as I like Tien and the other guys, I don't think it's going to happen. RDSJ says, do you think Goku should be able to flick away Beerus with Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan times 10 Kaioken? I think Goku is insanely strong with that, considering, I don't know if the scaling is still accurate to say that Goku was a 7 on the scale of 10, Beerus was a 10 on the scale of 10, and Whis was a 15. I don't know if that's still accurate anymore with the way that the anime has progressed. I think in Super Saiyan Blue, Goku still loses that fight. I think at best, at Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue, with Goku fighting Beerus, he can probably keep up with him. He might even have an advantage, but I don't think he lasts long enough in that form. I don't think he can outlast Beerus. I don't think he can put Beerus away before that form burns him up, before it takes too much toll on him, and he's got to stop. You know what I mean? If he stays in that form for too long, he essentially, like, his muscles explode or something weird like that. So I think Goku might even be, like, at best for Goku, right? Odds are Beerus is still gonna be able to almost easily take this one, but at best for Goku, he can probably fight Beerus. He might even have an edge on him for a little bit, but that form is gonna burn him out really quick, and he's not gonna be able to survive it. And Beerus still reigns supreme for me as of right now. So flick Beerus away, not in the slightest. Put up a good fight. Now we're talking. You know what I mean? Might make Beerus have to go all out and still be on the ropes for a little bit, but Beerus is gonna outlast that form. And then the last question from Andrew Tykin says, when does the English dub come out? I did a video a while back, if you want to search it up on the channel. Funimation hasn't been able to pick up the rights to it yet, but there are a couple other countries, like overseas and stuff, that are doing their own English dubs. So if you're kind of interested in that, those are either coming out very soon, or a couple episodes are already out, I believe. But yeah, English dubs are happening for Dragon Ball Super right now, just not the North American Funimation English dubs that we're looking forward to. So all the voices are going to be different and wonky, but go back and look up that video, because it's been a while since I've done it. I don't remember the dates off the top of my head. But that's the last question for tonight. I've rambled on a lot about Dragon Ball Super, but now I'm officially all caught up. I don't know what kind of videos other people are making. I haven't been watching videos that other people have made on Dragon Ball Super, because I hadn't seen Dragon Ball Super up until last night. I don't know what kind of videos I'm going to make. If you have any videos that you want me to make about Dragon Ball Super, any theories, any spitballing ideas, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, I can at least make videos on Dragon Ball Super now, because I'm all caught up and I'm knowledgeable on the subject. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed the little Dragon Ball Super Q&A. Thundershot out. Peace late. Follow me on Twitter for more Q&As like this in the future, and we will see you.